Welcome back to the Sage Audio channel. Today we're looking at all of Klanghelm's free plugins. We'll cover the functionality of the DC1A compressor, the IVG-I2 saturator, and the MJUC Junior tube compressor. Additionally, we'll listen to examples of each on a stereo mix, so stick around for the full video. But first, if you're an artist, engineer, or producer, and you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com. We'll master it for you and send you a free mastered sample of it. All you have to do is set up an account, upload the song, and we can do the rest. So let's start off by looking at the functionality of the DC1A. The DC1A is an incredibly simple and straightforward compressor with limited functionality. Starting with the metering section, we can switch between a gain reduction meter and an output meter. Additionally, clicking on the glass of the meter bypasses the plugin. Now, if you want to use this compressor for parallel compression, you can alter the mix percentage. At 0, the signal is completely dry, as if you had bypassed the plugin. At 100%, the compressor is in its full effect. The input ranges from -20 dB to 20 dB and will engage a compressor once the signal becomes loud enough. Now, keep an eye on your gain reduction meter to find out where this level is. The output works like a typical output and ranges from -20 dB to 20 dB. At the bottom of the plugin, we have 4 different settings that we can engage. Deep engages a high-pass filter, which will ensure that the low-frequency range of the signal is not compressed. This is great if you want to preserve your bass and kick, but you still need to compress a track. Relaxed introduces less aggressive compression and saturation. When this is engaged, there's less harmonic distortion and less attenuation to the signal. This is useful if you're using the compressor as a bus compressor. As the name suggests, dual mono converts a stereo signal into dual mono. This means that the left and right channels will be processed independently, possibly resulting in compression on one channel but not the other. Lastly, negative creates some expansion when the input reaches an extreme setting. It does this by inverting the ratio of the compression. Again, this only happens when the input reaches a higher portion of the threshold. So let's take a listen to the plugin. Up next, let's take a look at the IVG-I2 saturator. The IVG-I2 is a comprehensive saturator with a lot going on behind the scenes. Now, it may look pretty simple, but know that all of its functions are slightly modulated to create a variable, somewhat random effect to the saturation. Starting with the metering, we have 3 options. It's input, output, and output minus the input. The output minus the input is interesting, since it shows the difference between your input and your output in RMS. This way you can adjust your output to compensate for any gain changes caused by the saturation. Additionally, you can bypass the plugin by clicking the glass meter. Trim is your input. Klanghelm recommends adjusting this dial until the signal is peaking at about 0 dBVU. The drive rotary adjusts the amount of saturation. When you increase this dial, you increase harmonic distortion and soft knee compression. The asymmetrical mix dial is also interesting. When the ASYM dial is set to the far left, the compression settings are symmetrical, meaning stronger compression will occur. This compression has a more aggressive and noticeable effect on the timbre of the signal. The opposite is true when you turn the dial to the far right. In this setting, the compression is less aggressive and more transparent. The frequency response function is possibly the most complex and uses a lot of behind-the-scenes processing to accomplish. Using an emphasis-de-emphasis equalization technique, the IVG-I2 accomplishes frequency-specific compression and saturation. The default is neutral, meaning that all frequencies are affected in an identical manner. The LF Plus focuses the compression and saturation on the low frequencies, as well as introduces a slight bump to the low end and a roll-off of the high end. This makes it great for compressing bass guitars and kick drums. High F Plus does the same but to the high end by boosting the high frequency range and reducing the lows. Now, this can be useful for de-essing, since the frequencies will be compressed and then reintroduced with a subtle shelf. The relaxed function introduces a different algorithm, and like the relaxed function on the DC-1A, it calms the sound down by using less aggressive distortion and compression. Lastly, the crosstalk function blends the left and right signals by introducing a portion of each into the other channel, so a small amount of the right channel ends up in the left, and vice versa. Let's take a listen to the IVG-I2. Last up, we have the MJUC Junior tube compressor. For a very simple compressor with a lot of character, try the MJUC Junior. A compressor with tube-like characteristics, the MJUC Junior offers subtle harmonic distortion with unique curves. On the left side of the plugin is the compression dial, with which you can increase the amount of compression. The ratio is set, so increasing this compression dial really means lowering your threshold. In the middle of the plugin is your meter, which can be switched between gain reduction and the output level by clicking the small text in the bottom right corner. Like the other two plugins that we covered, the plugin can be bypassed by clicking the glass display of the meter or by clicking the red light in the bottom right of the plugin. Underneath the meter are the time constants, which can be varied from fast, slow, and auto. Fast uses a fast attack and fast release, slow uses a slow attack and slow release, and auto uses a fast attack and an automated release. On the right is your makeup gain. Use this in conjunction with your gain reduction meter to find the right level to set it to. Lastly, by clicking the Klanghelm icon, you can open up the plugin's credits and its global settings. In it, you can affect things like the dial sensitivity and the meter speed. Due to this plugin's simplicity and its ease of use, it's a great first, not stock plugin compressor to use, but its subtle and pleasant sound make it suitable for any engineer. Let's take a listen to the plugin. So these are our thoughts on all of Klanghelm's free plugins, but what do you think? Do you have these plugins already, or are you thinking of downloading them now? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, if you're an artist or an engineer, send us one of your mixes at sageaudio.com. We'll master it for you and send you a free mastered sample. All you have to do is set up an account, upload the song, and we do the rest. But thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and share this video with your friends. This way we know if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Also, you can subscribe to the channel. We release new videos every week, and subscribing is the best way to stay up to date. There's a comment section where you can leave your thoughts on this video, or you can make a suggestion for a future video. And again, if you're an artist or an engineer, and you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com. We'll master it for you and send you a free mastered sample. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.